everyone. So, welcome to my new episode of Tainted and Tempted. I'm your host, Asia, and I also had two brand new juicy topics. But I also have three new guests with me here tonight. So, I'm going to let them introduce themselves and we're going to jump right into it. So, I have.
Darcy Dunn, Dada, Harlem was good, Mount Vernon was good.
Yes.
I love you, mama.
And I also have.
Jordy Blanco, aka Poor Little Rich Boy. Shout out all my Southside chicks. Shout out LPC.
And
we got Dawson come to you all the way from Queens. Thank you for having me.
All right, y'all. All right. So we're going to jump right into the first topic that I have. And let me take a deep breath for this. It's Kodak Black. All right. That's it. What the hell is wrong with this guy?
He needs to have several seats first. Right.
Yes.
Wow.
What the hell happened?
I don't know. His dust might look bad.
I feel like
He said,
I feel like we live in like such a age of like cancel culture now. Like every little thing is like, oh, he's canceled, or oh, like
Right.
I just don't get it. Like, what's different from him speaking out versus like Donald Trump having like an unwanted opinion, you know? I do feel like his comments towards like Lauren London was like OD disrespectful.
It was.
But his comments towards Young M.A. was also disrespectful. And no one said, like, none of the rappers in the industry said anything. And I feel like even with the rappers' remarks to like defending Lauren London, they're not necessarily defending her as a woman, whereas they're just kind of defending Nipsey's, I don't want to say ego, but they're just kind of defending his girl.
That's right.
Like if it was like Lauren London, like she was like by herself, a single woman, and he made those comments,
it wouldn't be like that.
They would have been keen with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
I
why
get what you mean.
it's because Nipsey's dead that they're like
they on it. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your opinion on that?
I think I do kind of agree with that a little bit, but then I also think the reason why they didn't cap that hard for Young M.A. is because she's gay, and you know, like in the hip hop community, that's kind of like a little bit like frowned upon, so that's why they didn't go hard for her. I do think that they are going mad hard because she is Nipsey's girl, but as well, I do think that he does need to be checked though. He really does, because he's been wilding like for a minute, and he really needs to slow the fuck down. And like his PR people, somebody need to take his phone away, change his passwords. They need to do something because homeboy really needs to slow down.
And he ugly.
Yeah, for real. Like, first of all, his girl looked like a whole snack. All right, and look at him. His girl, pretty, everything, all of that.
You know why? Because he got money.
Because he
but
got.
That's the case with every. That's like the case with almost every relationship.
Yeah, but little baby
for
girl
girls from like Harlem,
good
New York,
too.
like,
Right,
she's fire.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Right. Who else, babe? A Boogie. What? His baby mom look good.
Really?
Yeah, she pretty as fuck.
He was just on Instagram talking about take me back something.
That's about the
something.
third time he's been back.
What he
The
do?
third time.
Why they
Listen,
always cheating? Y'all know y'all
business.
got good girls at home. Like, why y'all doing
But
that?
you know what?
Like,
That's their fault. I
that's
feel like
true.
if you're gonna mess with somebody in the media, you gotta be
You should know
prepared.
that.
9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
they gonna cheat, especially
But-
if they still young.
Exactly.
When nigga, look at what's her name? Swati.
Sway
She
Lee's
with
girl.
Quavo.
But what
Oh,
about?
Sweetie.
You already know what's about to go
Yeah.
down.
But like,
I mean-
what about the boyfriends in like normal relationships where like they're not rich and they cheat? Like,
Okay.
we can't be giving like rich
We
guys
just
the
young.
excuse because they
At
got
this
money.
point.
They be
Okay.
dumb. That's true.
Alright,
That's true. That is
Like,
true.
But honestly,
we know
I
they
would
can
I
buy
would
all
rather
the-
cry over a guy in like Central Pay on a yacht versus like in the projects. Like,
That's true.
I
That's
don't
I'm
know.
with that.
I don't care.
I'm just saying.
100%. Like,
Think about that.
you better
No.
come on.
I'm not okay with that
Why
either way.
not?
You're not cheating on me. That's a dub. Like, I'm
For
walking
real.
away. I'm too old to be dealing with that. Like, no.
So do you think it's a rich matter, or you think?
I mean, I think the girls are definitely sticking around because they got more to lose.
Hello?
I mean, that's a little bag on the side, but I'm not ready for all of that. No, I'm
Okay.
good. Keep that over there. Like,
Got you.
Sway Lee and his girlfriend be breaking
Yeah,
up
it's
every
about to
day.
go down.
Like,
Yeah, that
for
shit
real,
is
for
Listen,
real.
she should have never got with Quavo. Too much status, all right?
Sweetie.
Quavo is the shit right now.
He is. He's the Beyonce amigo.
Hello?
Don't lie. Like,
Yeah,
if
I
you-
love Quavo.
He
That's
is
my
the
nigga.
Beyonce amigos.
I think
Yeah.
Beyonce is the Beyonce amigos.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Love Beyonce, yes. All right, y'all. So, do y'all feel like Cardi B should receive the same amount of backlash Kodak Black is receiving, or what
Yes.
was the difference? Ooh,
Sorry.
okay, go ahead. Let me hear your
no
opinion.
hate to Cardi B because it's like a sensitive time with the whole Cardi Nicki thing or whatever. But I've literally heard like people on TV bring up this situation and laugh about it. Like white people, not even black people, white people. Like, oh yeah, she was on like what on E. Like,
That's
I don't
fucked
know.
up.
I feel like she's not catching any heat. I understand people got to do what they got to do, but you sitting here bragging about it. Like no matter what you're doing, you're never supposed to make it hot and put it on.
I don't feel
put it
like she
like that.
was
Yeah.
like when I saw the like video. I don't feel like she was bragging. I feel like she was like, you know, she looked very remorseful when she was saying it. Like the girl was in tears towards the end of it. I'm not saying that validates what she
She got
did,
caught.
but
Right.
we've all done shit that we're not proud of. And she didn't get caught. She kind of told on herself, which was
She
kind of.
did.
That's
But-
why I'm
But that's what she
Snitch.
she does. It kind of is like her appeal that she's like very open about like her life.
But yes.
But I think she should be canceled for something that she did years ago. No, I feel like okay, yeah, she drugged guys, but like the guy was also there doing something illegal. Like he wasn't there to hold her hand. Like so it
He
was
knew
like
what time it
you
was,
knew
basically.
like you know what type of time you're on when you're going to those situations.
true.
Like
And she was a stripper
But
You
at
shouldn't
that
have took the
time.
drink.
when you
She
flip
wasn't
these
Cardi B.
situations, though, guys take so much more heat, and that's why no guy comes out about things like this. Like, no one's gonna say, "Oh yeah, she robbed me," or "Oh yeah, she raped me," because nobody speaks about it. It's like a
Guys'
taboo.
egos is different than women.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
Rick Ross had a whole song talking about putting Molly all in her drink and like, come
Yeah.
on, like
We
guys
heard
do
he
the
was
same
doing
thing.
that,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
he
guys
did
do
do
the
that.
same thing in rap songs, all of that. They be trapping all of this stuff in the past, and now they're on. You know what I'm saying? So and nobody says anything about that. So I think that she did what she did. She raps about it. She talks about it, and she's just being real about what she came from. She did what
So-
she had to do
so-
to get where she needed to go.
So you don't feel like she should have got no backlash?
I mean-
the way it's going is right.
But you know what it is? Not to cut you off.
Uh-huh.
You know, we have like such a scope on female rappers right now.
Uh-huh.
Like female rappers are the premier artists of the industry right now. Like we're in a time where there's so many female rappers. Like every day it's a new girl coming out, and
That's
this is like
good though. We
it
need
is
the
good,
variety,
but-
because we haven't had that in years since
Yeah.
like Kim and Foxy and
Yeah.
all of them and Eve and all of
yeah,
that.
Right,
absolutely. But like there's such a scope on like there only being one when there's so many out right now.
Right.
And we're always like we kind of put Cardi on this pedestal just because she's attained all this like fame and money in such a short amount of time.
Right.
So she's now kind of like on this pedestal that we've put so many people that are trained to deal with the media.
Uh-huh.
Cardi B is not someone that is trained to deal with the media, like a Beyonce or Ariana, even a Nicki.
Because they would have never
They
did
would
that.
never
Yeah.
go on
At
live.
this point, though, when she's
And-
gotten so much from her
You're
career,
right.
you don't think she should be trained? Like,
I think
You're
every
right.
artist should be media trained.
Yeah,
I'm very old school in that aspect.
I feel like she wasn't prepared. Like
Yeah.
she just blew up so fast, like
Yeah,
boom.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't take time. Like Nicki, it took time. Like boom,
Exactly.
boom.
She
Yeah.
knew, but she knew how to
Beyonce,
move
boom,
though.
Destiny
They knew
Child,
how to
it
move.
took time.
Yeah.
Her, it was just like what, 2 years?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I
She
mean,
started those tracks. She started loving
I,
hip hop. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm
Those
not
top
like
five,
I'm
so-
not like a big Cardi
Right.
fan, but I do appreciate that. Yeah, it's happened in such a short amount of time, and she had all these things like the drugging and everything popping up, and versus her kind of trying to like sweep it under the rug or saying I didn't do it. She's like, yeah, I did it. Like
So you
kind of
feel
like
like
embracing.
she shouldn't have received any black.
No,
backlash.
like I think regardless of what I think there's going to be backlash and
Yeah.
there isn't going to be backlash from people. Do I think she should be like canceled? No.
No.
Like-
Yeah.
What about you? Do you
no,
feel
I
like she-
agree. I mean, like I said, people make mistakes. Everybody got a pass. I just feel like I didn't see as much serious context coming from the situation versus jokes. You know what I mean? Like, every situation, that's a serious situation.
It is.
And it's brought to the light. And I just feel like I feel like it did kind of get swept under the rug. Like, I don't know. Let's see how long we were talking about like Fab and Emily and stuff like that. That was going on forever. And
Yeah.
I just feel like
But you also have to kind of
Yeah.
evaluate who you're following on social media.
that's true.
You know, because
I
like
done
a lot of
unfollowed
my
a lot of
friends.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I,
Yeah.
don't, I can't.
But
And I
Yeah.
can't with the
Okay.
ignorance.
Yeah.
Got it.
So like I've learned that like a lot of times when you see things like that, you're like, damn, it's not getting the reaction I thought it would get is usually because of the people you follow and them showing like their true colors.
True colors. All right, y'all. So let's just jump right into the second topic that I got for y'all tonight. Do you feel like the media always tries to turn something so negative into a positive? Meaning with the artists that we have out nowadays. Cardi B, for one, doing all that ratchet shit. Not to say it like that. But you know what I'm saying? The media will always try to change it into a positive and make us feel like we still should listen to her. No, we have kids growing up in this day and age. They can't be listening to this music. You hear these City Girl songs?
Yeah,
$1 million dick, that right? Act up.
Okay, I was going hard in the car on the way here.
What is the truth? Nah, I wasn't listening to, but if we have children, we can't have them listening to that shit.
There's some songs that you remember from back in the day, and now like you sit back and you look on it,
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, that's what that meant.
Nah, y'all heard that Little Kim song? I don't want dick tonight.
I ain't even heard that one yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I just put you on.
Right, I put you on listen to that shit. But girl, but do y'all feel like that though? Like the media always tries to portray that image for us?
I feel like negativity is clickbait. People just naturally cling to stuff that's negative.
Okay.
Akon, Aaron?
Akon, yeah.
Akon, like giving Africa electricity should be a big
I
thing,
didn't
but
even
it's
know
not
about that.
like
Okay.
right because people don't.
He
It's like,
already
that's a
touched
nice
12
thing.
countries.
That's
I've seen
a
it.
nice thing, but I'm not gonna share it. But like Cardi B drugging people. Ooh, let's share
Yeah,
that.
that's
Like,
all everyone's
I feel like
talking about.
negativity kind of gets a rise out of people, so that's why like we kind of like.
Same thing with
What's up?
Jaden Smith giving water to I think what was
Flint,
he made
Michigan.
Yes, I heard of-
he made like a whole smart water thing that's not getting like enough traction
That
as it should.
isn't. That isn't.
And they still don't have water after all these years.
these
Like what are they?
years.
What's going on?
That's
Yeah.
And
true.
it's in a predominantly black community.
That's
like,
right.
Why?
That's right.
That's nasty.
It is.
I don't really
Push up.
identify the media with anything positive. Like, I think it's the opposite. I don't think they turn the negative into positive. I think they go for the negative. Like you said, clickbait. Like,
And it's
even
all-
with sorry to bring it, but like Nipsey Hussle's funeral, like instead of sticking to that script, I'm seeing on the media, shootout happened after the funeral or a fight broke out or whatever. Like, can we just focus on it's not a positive moment, but like just stay in a space where we don't have to just be overcome with the violence and everything. That's just what goes these days. Like,
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's kinda
right.
sick to me.
What do you feel like that all started? Was it always like that before? I don't know.
I think it's to distract us from bigger things that are going on. You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
good
To
point.
keep us sheep.
yeah.
That's
But
a good
I feel like it's the media, but then it's also our friends again with that whole who you're following on social media because no one's following CNN. I don't think any of you probably follow CNN
Nah,
on
I
Instagram.
don't.
But we all on the shade room.
Yeah,
we all
exactly.
on the
my
shade
God,
room.
right.
We typically get our articles from what our friends share. So,
Right.
I feel like it's our friends like that's sharing this kind of information because that's what they naturally cling to, and then
That's
this
right.
is where all this kind of like conversation come from. I remember seeing something about Jay-Z, I don't know, donating $15 million to like Nipsey Hussle's
Oh yeah,
that's
for his
not-
children.
and that was false.
Yeah.
That
But-
wasn't true.
and, like,
That's
when I
not
heard
true.
that, I'm like-
and then, sorry.
Wait,
sorry to
hold
cut you
the
off.
fuck up.
That and then
That
and
wasn't
then-
true?
That's not true. That and then the whole Reggie Bush is like
Yeah,
on Twitter
yeah,
or something
Yeah.
like talking about like
Donating
they're
to the
donating to
family.
the family, and Lauren London, Karen Civil actually came and checked his ass on Twitter
Are
and
you-
was like Lauren and the family told you that this is not with this. Please take it down. Like he made a whole video, everything, and she's like, nah, take that down. We not with this.
Wait,
gotta check them
hold
sources, I'm telling you.
on.
Yeah.
Well, I really thought that.
Yeah.
Who would
No.
do something like that?
Again,
Make that up.
all
It's our
clickbait.
friends
It's what
sharing
we-
wildfire,
yeah.
like sharing stuff and making it wildfire.
But I think it's us too, because honestly, I do not follow the Shade Room or Hollywood Unlocked, but every morning I wake up, I go straight to the Shade Room. I might as well. I just tell myself I'm not gonna be this person. I might as well. Like I literally told myself I cannot be preaching and checking the Shade Room every day, especially Hollywood Unlocked, because I feel like they're just
Jason.
disgusting. Like
No,
he just
I'm kidding.
he's really
Let me not
toxic.
say that because he's gonna come for me. Somewhere.
Wow. Like I'm lost the words. That was really fake.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
fake.
yeah, it was fake.
His
but it's like,
his,
why
like,
would
PR
he?
people
I
wrote a
said
statement.
I was saying to myself, ourselves finally, because Jay-Z don't do shit for us.
No, Jay-Z does a lot for the
What he do for the
community.
community?
Yes, he
He
does.
does. He doesn't.
waiting.
21 Savage, a lawyer.
Yeah.
Boo.
No, he does a
What
lot.
he do for
That
the
was
community?
big.
All right, that was big.
Yeah, no,
was big.
there's a.
But what about for
Behind the
us?
scenes, they do things.
But
They
in
do
what-
things.
What? Name.
Quietly.
I can't-
Quietly.
I'm sure they do things
Nothing.
quietly.
Sweep under the rug. What the fuck he do?
I was
I just feel like people don't have to vocalize every time.
Yeah. I
was
like I
happy
shouldn't.
for-
Every time I go to the soup kitchen to like volunteer, I shouldn't be posting like, oh, I went to the
Yeah.
soup. What'd you do with your day? You know what I'm saying?
I was
Like,
just talking about that today, like with Jay-Z and the whole 15 million thing. Even though it wasn't real, like I said, if they were telling us everything we were doing, people would flip it around and be like, "Oh, well, why you got to put it on camera? You just doing it for
Yeah,
clout." Like,
exactly.
it's like,
She's
So
like,
either
do you-
way,
I
either
still
way.
feel like Jay-Z. I feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce had the most money out of everybody, and they don't do shit for us.
We don't.
they, I feel like they do a lot. I feel like
like we don't
people
know.
behind
because
the scenes.
I feel like because they make so much money, people feel like they can save the world, and that's not.
But they getting all that money from us.
I think we just don't know
So-
what they're doing.
And now they're more. Well, now Beyonce is more touching into her black side. I think she is so produced, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
As like a, she's such a like. I mean, she's a great. oh, you.
Don't get me started.
I love her down.
He was like,
I feel like Beyonce is really a hood bitch. Like she just like Solange, but she got to keep her
yeah,
face.
she got
you
to
know what I
her
mean?
image.
Produced. You know what I'm saying?
Matthew
Yes.
built her up.
On.
She can't break that
Yeah.
down. You know
I
what
would.
I mean?
I will not contribute to any Beyonce conversation.
I feel like she's
Don't
a
kill me,
good
don't
sis.
Nah, he love Beyonce though. All right, y'all. Y'all is hilarious, man. All right, so my next question is: so name some other artists that y'all feel that is turned into a positive light, but really did some negative shit. Name some artists. My first one is Kim Kardashian.
My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah,
My
that's my mom.
sis.
She
Oh,
birthed me.
family.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
Oh
about
wait,
Kim
I think y'all
Kardashian.
forgetting. I
Oh,
think
what
y'all ain't hear the
happened?
question right.
Ooh, what was that? I mean.
Wait, let me back
I mean.
up.
well,
Hold on, let me read.
I'm the real Courtney. No,
Wait. No. We said some artists that did some negative shit and
I
they turned
mean-
into a positive.
I mean,
But
well,
it's-
it was just a sex
I mean,
tape.
like some
half
hoe
of these
shit.
half of these Instagram
Y'all
hoes
gotta
out here
rephrase that.
doing
But-
sex tapes and stuff for free, and
Yeah.
she took that and flipped it, and
I
now
feel
she's a multi-millionaire, billionaire off of that. Put the whole family on. How many hoes you know out here could do that? How many
said
hoes you know
hoes,
out here
I'm
could do
dead.
that?
I mean,
None of
let's
them.
talk
You
about
right.
it.
She did put her family on. Okay.
I feel like Kim
me take
Kardashian
several
is
seats.
a hustler.
Nah. That was good.
I feel like Kim is a hustler. I feel like she's an entrepreneur. I feel like people have told her for so long that she's only famous for sucking Ray J's dick. That she's kind of like,
Shit.
okay, that's what I'm famous for, whatever. But she's done so much more, and like she's way bigger than him now. What
She
I feel like
is.
what people
But he making
honestly
money on
what
the low,
black
though.
people
Yeah,
are,
with them bikes.
I feel like what
Scooty
people
bikes.
are upset about is that yeah, she sucked his dick, but that's not all she did. Like she invested in herself, she invested in her family, and now they've kind of created this empire.
Okay.
And
What
a lot
about the
of no
Catch
shade,
Me
a lot of
Outside girl?
Well, that's my sis. Let me jump in real quick.
Okay. Yeah, they were trying to play me. Some of her stuff slaps
She
though.
could-
Low key.
I fuck with her music. Like
Yeah,
I was
right?
saying, I was trying to put her on at one
Right?
point. Like, yo, let me tell you,
Some of it's
she's really.
fire.
I'm not gonna lie, she's
Whoever her
trash.
writers
But
are.
as a person, she is trash. But her shit is fire.
I'm
like,
not gonna
Yeah.
lie, she got bops. I
Okay.
can't.
Thank you.
We live in such an era now where we kind of like, it's hard to dissociate the artist from the art.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's like, damn, you got
Percolate.
fire shit, but I can't fuck with you because one, I know you're not writing it because you're like fucking 14.
Exactly.
And two, you have a terrible personality. Like you're so.
Well, we
She
don't know.
was
We don't know the
cursing
real
out her
her. We don't know the
mom.
real
She's-
her. We only
Come
know
on.
what is put on.
On Dr.
Ex-
Phil.
exactly,
Let's
so
go to
after-
her.
I don't even
But
trust
then
Dr.
that's
Phil.
that's regular white people stuff. Come on. Come
Okay,
on.
so we should
That's
accept it
I
when,
mean,
like, when
no,
they
but
say-
it's regular white people stuff.
She needs to go.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean,
She's
I don't
not
even trust
lit.
Dr. Phil. Is he even a doctor? But
Uh,
at the end of the day,
Coming from homeboys.
I don't trust
credentials,
him.
his cred-
but if honestly, if she was black, she would just be
she
like
would
any
not
other
be-
girl
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
hood. She's
She
not
would
pussy.
not.
Look at
Yeah.
Johnny Blaze. Y'all know Johnny Blaze,
Yeah.
right?
Listen,
And
first
Tommy.
of all-
stripper. No,
look at
Tommy. I
Tommy.
love Tommy.
Oh.
I love.
Well,
Tommy.
she like the
Tommy is
Catch Me
everything.
Outside girl. She
And
ain't
Tommy-
making $1 billion.
Tommy's
She ain't a
Tommy's
millionaire.
music is so good right now.
think so?
Everybody listen to Pressure. It just came out.
Nah, I
you-
didn't.
Yeah, Pressure.
She needs you on her
It's
team.
good.
She-
Yeah,
you like
and her
Tommy?
documentary.
I don't listen to
her
her.
documentary. Watch her documentary.
But she
Truth,
got
it
her
is
whole
so
ass
good.
out
That
and
was
all
good.
that.
Like it was really
It looked good though.
I mean, but like,
It-
it's like we let white women
Take so
be
much
that.
of our clothes.
No, well that, but we just like we let white women for the most part be so free, and we put all these standards on like women of color
That's
that is
true.
crazy. Because it's like, how can we accept the Catch Me Outside girl for all her ratchetness, but then we have an issue when
With
Nicki, even like Nicki Minaj, like speaking out for herself. It's like, oh, why are you?
That was
Or even
wrong.
like
That's
Azalea
crazy.
Banks, like, why are you speaking out for
No,
yourself?
no, no.
Like,
Azalea really does
but-
need to chill.
On
though.
Wild and Out,
'Cause-
she felt
no.
cornered. Right?
Honestly,
She did.
Azalea, Miss Banks, you really need to chill because your
Oh.
career could be way bigger than what it is.
Oh,
if
shit.
you would have just
It's
bit
supposed
your
to be
tongue
way
a little
bigger.
bit.
You think
like,
so?
Literally,
Okay.
There's certain things I feel like if she would have just sat back and was like, you know what, I'm gonna like take a L on this.
Okay.
She could have been higher than what she is right now.
but,
Okay.
but how is
Literally.
what she is saying, her being outspoken, how is that any different from
But you
Bad
have
Baby?
to move smart. You gotta move smart in certain ways, and then once you get to a certain level, then you could start wilding out and doing what you need to do.
But
Because then you
why?
could be like, you can't nobody tell me nothing. There's a certain way that you gotta move in order to get where you need to
Where
go.
you
But
need
Bad
to- and
Baby,
then-
Bad
and then
Baby
you
didn't have
could-
to move like that.
Because
You
she's
did.
white. We're living in a white man's world, so there's a certain way that you gotta
That's
a standard
move
you gotta live up
in order
to.
in order to
Yeah,
get where
to
you
get
need
where
to
you
go.
want.
And then you could be like these motherfuckers and do
Yeah,
whatever
because you
wanna
got all
do.
the money, like
Right.
Beyonce.
I don't
or
feel
something.
like
What about you? Go
I
ahead.
feel like Azalea is so talented, but she
Yeah.
got a touch of mental illness.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that in a funny way. I really feel like she has something is wrong. Her music. She should be on top. Like she's very talented. Like. OD, but her and Bad Baby are not the same to me. Like I feel like Bad Baby, yeah, she keeps the same energy with everybody, but Azalea seems like she be picking fights out of nowhere. Like
That whole Lana Del Rey.
Really?
I'm not, Lana is my
That's
my
that's
bitch,
another.
okay?
Yeah,
she got-
okay.
She got it. She about pop
yeah.
out,
I
though.
just
Yeah.
feel like there are times when I feel like she has been a victim and everybody kind of pushes it to the side because of her past.
Yeah.
But there are other times when I feel like she starts things she doesn't have to.
Yeah.
So the Wild and Out situation, do you feel like she was right for saying something, stepping in Nick Cannon like that, or because she did blow up?
I feel like she
She blew
shouldn't
the
have.
fuck up.
I feel like she shouldn't have been on Wild and Out. I feel like, who the fuck are these people's PR? Like,
Yeah.
you don't book Azalea Banks for Wild and Out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You
Let's
book
Just
her
know
for
she's
Something
very
on the
sensitive.
low.
She's
right.
very
You book her for like
outspoken.
I don't know, like Alan Carr or something in the
Yeah.
UK. Like
Something
she has a big
calm.
market in
Yeah.
Europe, so I don't know why like they're trying to appeal to the US market. I know a lot of indie artists that are very talented that work in the European market just because one, they're actually buying music, and two, that's just where the money is at for a lot of black
And they
artists. Like
appreciate
ironically
good
enough,
music out there
yeah.
too.
That's
Yeah.
true,
Yeah.
but you still want but people feel like when you come to America, that's it. That's the money. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Right,
so
right.
That's why they want to push her over here because that's where you're accepted. It's like you're international. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. You can go anywhere, global. You
Right,
know?
right. So you don't feel like that she should have waited her turn a little more
I
to
think-
be this expressive now?
Yeah,
feel
I
like
I
she
feel like
shoulda
she should have
partially
waited.
Okay.
She really should have played her cards a
Okay.
different kind of way,
Okay.
and then she could have came out and did and been wilding out.
Been wild out. What
Yeah.
about you? What do you think? She should
I
have
don't
waited.
think it's about waiting. I think she's just like I said, a little troubled, a little insecure. But
Okay.
I'm never
Definitely,
gonna tell
definitely
anybody like don't speak on how you feel. Just like you said with the Nicki situation, as someone like I used to rap, and I'm like I know how that feels, and it's so much like. Even people like now I sing or whatever, rapping, singing, they always gonna ask you, do you write your stuff? It's so insulting as a woman that they feel like you can't do those things. So Azalea being talented, writing her own stuff, I just feel like her demons just holding her back a little bit. You know what I mean?
I
What-
feel like she's frustrated.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I see her on social media, I feel like she's just very frustrated with how industry people treat her, how people that engage her on social media treat her. Because we've really, if we've canceled anyone, I will say that we've definitely canceled, as we've succeeded in canceling Azalea Banks. I
Oh
just
yeah,
don't
she
see
was
it.
trash.
She low key had a hand in that.
She did?
No, absolutely.
Low key had a hand in her own
absolutely,
canceling.
but again, I just feel
but
like
the white people still pumping her though.
well, yeah, and ironically
Right.
enough,
They
but I just
are.
feel like I feel like it just kind of sucks that like black
2
women
million
can't be,
That's
they
probably
can't
what's
come
happening
out
with Tasha
swinging
come
and
out.
being aggressive and being outspoken the way that Bad Baby can just because she's white. Because,
okay.
But then again, we live in a white man's world, and
That's
that's,
true.
why
But-
that's why she could do
but-
what she does.
I feel
No, I
like
do-
who is more canceled than Azalea Banks? I feel like we've canceled Iggy Azalea.
Iggy needed to be
way
canceled.
more. I mean, she's white, and sometimes I'll be like, damn, yo, she be putting out some good music to me.
Nah,
I liked her in
Right.
the beginning, but after the other stuff that she did, it was just like, girl, what are you doing?
It
Like,
was.
She's canceled too. No,
She's
she's white.
she's back. She's more here
But
than.
that's how-
like,
Well,
other
she's-
dancers.
I feel
Nah,
like
that's not-
everybody
nah.
shuts her shit down as soon as
Yeah,
it
I don't want her
comes
play.
out.
I don't want you playing her at my party. But like,
Yeah,
but if her video comes on, I'll watch it. Like I don't think I'm not gonna say I don't think she can rap. 'Cause I just don't want like her to see this and be like. But I just think there are a lot of artists that are more talented to her in terms of writing. But I do think she has opportunities to maybe like be a creative director. Because her videos are very sickening.
Yeah,
Like she's a sickening
they
girl.
are.
She's pretty. Like she's a sickening girl, and her
She should
visuals are
model.
sickening. But the music is just very lackluster. So she gotta like no shade find the right writers to like.
Nah, she needs to
Good
shut
for
up
her.
and model.
All right, yeah. All right,
Same thing with
everyone.
Ciara, sorry.
All right, so we're
Oh,
about to
yeah.
end it off. So thank you everyone for tuning in to my late night episode of Tainted and Tempted. If you could just like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you next Saturday when a new episode premieres. Have a good night. Bye bye.